I'm in my garage this morning around my workshop. Cleaned it up a little so you would have an idea of how I have it set up. As you can see, it's a two-car garage occupied by the second vehicle. To my left is the shop. My lathe weighs about 70 to 80 pounds. I did not want to pick it off the floor, so I set it on one of those Craftsman work tables. I may be able to even use it there. I'm pretty sure it's sturdy enough. In the corner I have my round dowels, square dowels, exotic wood, some walnut right there, maple, cherry, one length of mahogany, cabinet where my finishes glue. On top of the cabinet is my router box joint jig. I've only used it once, broke a bit, so I haven't used it since. I'm probably going to dismantle it and reuse the screws. Recent addition is the wooden dowel holding up my steel rules and aluminum rules. My turning set, chisels, my MFT3 tape work table, and something I made is this side table that uses the V-groove on top of the MFT right along here to hook it into the side so I can have a little extra work surface and also the chance to have a vise again. The legs fold up and I can store it against the wall because, well, this is a one-car garage, and it is now a one-car garage, and I need the space. Recently built this stand for my drill press, which includes one Curly Fry light. It's a small Task Force cheap drill press, works fine. Small fence with a T-slot on the side, and I use this with a couple of carriage bolts. And this is what I use to ride along this fence, line up, and try to drill down straight down through a wooden blank, so when I make pins I can have a hole straight down the middle, holding it vertically. And otherwise the table is also pretty useful because the steel table it comes with is very small. This is my French cleat system that I've set up after seeing it on the Wood Whisperer site. A little aluminum bar, 45-degree angles, opposing 45-degree angle mounted on the wall. Slide it right down in, gravity does the rest. Have one for my chisels, little carrier for my screws and bolts, my turning tools, a couple of Forstner bits, and I liked it so much and it was so useful I just put some on my drill press stand. Nothing on this side, but I have my taper bits, drill set, and my Forstner bit set just right there. And because it's only a 45-degree angle holding everything in by gravity, I just move it on over if I want. See, and that's exactly how it works right there. I emptied my bucket yesterday and it is half full now. Did a lot of work in the garage this morning, and as you see, there's an outlet in the vacuum that allows you to turn it to automatic mode, so when you start up a tool it starts up the vacuum at the same time. Put a small port on the bottom of the table saw so I can just jam the hose down there. When the saw turns on the vacuum, and that's where most of this dust has been coming from. Table saw R4512 rigid. Made a zero clearance insert for it using an Irwin Marples 50-tooth blade. This is the zero clearance insert that replaces this. If I cut thin pieces or even angled pieces, it'll get stuck between the blade and this gap. causing it to bind and get thrown. I have suffered a bruise on my stomach because of I standing behind the blade when it threw something. See, router table inserted into the empty wing of the table saw, and it's clamped to the fence of the table saw, keeping it square. So as long as I hold it, I can move it back and forth here. Because router bits come in different widths, I have adjustable gates, and the vacuum also plugs into this back here, plugs into the vacuum, and everything gets sucked up at the point of cut. My garbage bag mounted to a wall, simple yet effective. Clamp storage, Festool plywood storage. Now that'll